welcome back. In our health segment this evening, we talk about a meibomian cyst, also known as a chalazion, which is usually a painless lump that grows on your eyelid. Now, although they don't hurt, they're also not very aesthetically pleasing. To give us more detail on how one can treat a meibomian cyst, I'm joined now by an ophthalmologist, Dr. Joffe. Doctor, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening. Thank you.
Doctor, I gave a brief introduction there on what a meibomian cyst is, but perhaps in your own words tell us what it is and what causes one to develop.
Meibomian cyst is caused by a blockage. There's about 30 glands in the eyelids called meibomian glands, and they continually help form the tears on your eye. So they continue producing a lipid substance that kind of coats the tears, and they come out at the edge of the eyelid. And in a normal, if the eye is fine and everything is working well, they come out through little openings in the edge of the eyelid, and they coat the tears or the tear film on the eye. Occasionally the duct leading from the gland to the edge of the eyelid can get blocked. Usually there's some element of infection that causes these ducts to block, and then the lipid in the gland accumulates and forms a bump on your eyelid. So you can have one or many of these bumps on your eyelid, which can be painful sometimes. They can be infected, or they could just form a small lump that doesn't look good and can irritate the eye to some extent.
And what would the typical signs and symptoms of a meibomian cyst be?
Often in the beginning, the lid is swollen and painful. It can affect your vision. It can give you tearing. Can cause pain. Sometimes they're very mild and just forms a little bump that people notice. Yeah, that's very typical. The picture you see there of a chalazion or a meibomian cyst.
Mm-hmm. And what treatment would these meibomian cysts require, doctor? Or do they usually go away on their own?
Yes, they can go away on their own. If they're mild and the duct opens, they can resolve completely, or they may just cause a bigger and bigger bump. So the first thing you should do is apply warmth, hot compresses on your lids. You can do that in various ways. But if you do that, they can instantaneously, and you may not need to do anything more.
Mm-hmm. And how long does it usually take for a meibomian cyst to resolve with some treatment?
It can be between days, can even be a week or two. But usually, if it doesn't clear by itself within a week or so, often you're going to need some extra treatment or even surgery, depending on how big it is and how much it's affecting you. If it's causing pain, affecting your vision. So you can do that for a few days quite quite okay and without, you know, and usually it's not causing a serious problem, but in some people there can be many of them, and they can be quite irritating. So if it's not better within 2 to 3 days, you should see your doctor or eye specialist and get some further treatment.
Yeah. Well, the eye is, of course, such a sensitive organ, doctor, and a very crucial one as well. Could there be any potential complications associated with a meibomian cyst if not treated, you know, timeously?
Yes, if there's a bad infection in the gland, it can spread throughout the lid. It can spread to the face occasionally, depending on the condition of your health, the type of infection. So, you know, if it's really spreading, affecting your vision, you should get assistance sooner rather than later. That seldom happens that it causes a serious problem, but you'll know if it's really spreading across the rest of the lid. If it's causing a lot of tearing, you know you must get extra help with a medical practitioner or usually your doctor will know what to do. You don't necessarily have to see an eye specialist, but if you're getting repeatedly and recurrently and the usual treatment's not working, you will need to see an eye specialist.
Well, Dr. Joffe, that's all the time we have this evening. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for asking me.
We're going to take a brief break, and then it's time to round off this Thursday edition of the Daily Roundup with Nina. We'll be right back.